us about Foxhollow and what you have discovered about the land at Foxhollow.
Maybe I should start with the enormous power that I feel here, or strength that I feel here. In a way, I would say that there is a great potential that this landscape and the place is carrying in itself. But at the moment I have the feeling there is something like something would lay over this potential, you know, like it would be covered, or it's like forgotten in a way, like the landscape would lose, or no, in a way like landscape would, how should I say that, if the landscape would forget not forget the potential, but in a way like it is hidden through the first days when I was walking around. I got a very strong pain in my body. It was like my body reacted on the qualities, or on the pain that is present in the landscape, or the patterns that are present in the landscape at the moment. And sometimes when I was walking around, it was like the feeling like my whole body would be emptied, or like the energy would be pulled out of my body.
Was there a conflict that happened on this land that caused, or series of conflicts? Do you have any insight into what went on here to cause this conflict?
Well, I can't really say what happened in the history. I even think it's not that important to know what really happened. I think for me and for the work that I do, it's important to know what is the pattern that is like imprinted into the landscape, and what is causing problems in the landscape. Not just to know that, but to be able then to transform that, to go into the landscape and to transform that through personal process, through personal experience, help that this pattern can transform. So in that way, I'm not even interested really to know what was, in the history, what happened really as a fact in the history, in this landscape, but more to see what is present now from that time, what is still present, or what is not transformed. And I think that when something happened in the landscape, like if we take, for example, a battle, we can say that it's imprinted in a way in the landscape, in the energy field, or the whole energy is like involved in this pattern. And normally what happens is that a similar situation, it doesn't need to be a battle again, but something similar happens again and again and again, because there is this pattern that is present or imprinted in the landscape. So it's actually logical that it happens again. A very simple example is on the roads. We know that when on the road somewhere happens an accident, it is so often that it happens again and again and again in the same place.